whole thing with I have it written here about, here it is, like not being able to like drink or like listen to music and a bunch of other things like that, like with that whole thing, right? But the
But none of
Quran
that's
song, so would that not be considered music?
none of that matters, by the way, because all of these are moral questions that you're asking right now. And moral questions are based on a foundation of where do you get your morality from. So these are all based on whether a religion is true or not. Nobody needs to argue every moral command, because if we already prove the basis that they are from God, then nobody can argue with God. So the question should never be like, what is this moral? Why does it command this moral specific thing? What is the explanation for that? Because that has an assumption that we are able to explain every command of God rationally. And that would necessitate that we know what God, wants in every aspect. Of course, we don't. So there are certain things that God will command, and they could be just for the sake of submission. That there are things that we desire, we like, but God is testing, we will submit to his command over following what we desire or not. And this can be the case. Doesn't need to have a specific rational explanation, because this life is a test. But like I said, these moral questions, all of them are hinging on the reality of where do you get your morality from to begin with. And drinking alcohol is not unique to Islam. The Bible says the same thing about not getting drunk. But whether it is Islam, Christianity, or whatever, it doesn't matter. Even if you go to an atheist and tell him, is drinking alcohol a beneficial thing for your life? I don't think they will say yes. Even if they like alcohol, they will probably be honest enough to tell you that this is not beneficial. Why? Number one, if we talk about scientifically, alcohol, no amount of alcohol, and the Daily Mail and many different places published a scientific study that was very recent, refuting the previous study, a little bit of wine is good for your heart. That's a fake study that was there so people can, buy wine, obviously. So that's the whole reason the study was there. But these recent studies show zero amount of alcohol is good for you. It shows 0.0. No amount of alcohol is good for you, for your body at all, in any way, shape, or form. Obviously, it's bad for your skin. It gives you kidney failure. It gives you cancerous cells. It's one of the main causes, first 4 or 5 causes of cancer in the world, drinking alcohol. So for you as a human, generally, it's not good in any way, shape, or form. Of course, you lose your consciousness, and then you start behaving in the most disgusting manner towards human beings around you, and you don't know what you're doing. So when it comes to you as an individual, as the few things I mentioned. Now, when it comes to your community, it's completely harmful in every way. You have all of these cases of domestic abuse, which happens. Like, watch England when England loses a football match, what happens in the household to all of these women, of these drunk guys. They're already fighting in the street, but imagine when they go to their wives and home, what they do.